not Halloween. And this is all Mario's fault. Because I was counting correctly. Okay, we are working time under tension as the seasons change. So temperatures are starting to drop, so that means it's going to be a little bit harder to warm up. And this is why people stop stretching, because it costs energy, and if we go back 1,000 years in time, we wanted to save energy. So as the temperature started dropping, we wanted to conserve energy and keep the warmth in and not expend energy. And so we started moving less, creating more adipose fat on the body, and we could weather the winter coming. But we live in a day and age where adipose fat is not an issue. We can make that in nothing flat. We have food all over the place. So as we stretch today, we want you to stay time under tension. And in doing so, it's going to increase your core temperature, increase your metabolism, but it'll also create more tension. So you have to manage that tension by pulling it into your center. Otherwise, you're going to walk or waddle through life, not moving, trying to save as much energy as possible, but by stretching, you're going to have more range of motion, which means metabolically you're going to spend more calories. Okay? So we're going to start from the beginning. We're going to start with our feet parallel. I don't know where I'm starting.
One day I'd like to start from the middle.
Okay, we'll start from the middle someday, but it won't be today. Again, we're going to start with our feet parallel, hips width apart. So here's our ASIS, here's our pubic symphysis. Midway in between is actual hips width apart. So let's get our feet in that position with our feet parallel, going straight ahead. We focus on this so much because it's the basis of stance. And if you get stance right, you're already starting to burn calories because you're not figuring out how to cheat. Okay, then we're going to push down big toe and the corresponding metatarsal head, the outer four toes and the corresponding metatarsal head, especially that pinky toe, and finally your heel. 1/3 the weight is through your toes, so just move it forward. 1/3 the weight is through the balls of your feet, and 1/3 the weight is through your heels. That means 66% of the weight is forward. We're going to slightly bend our knees, externally rotate, and now we start time under tension. Your calves go on, your quads go on. Now we're going to lift up nice and tall. First chakra, your pelvic floor goes on. Second chakra, your lower abs go on. Third chakra, your upper abs go on. We're drawing our shoulder blades down and back. Chest is up nice and tall, sucking your tummy. And I can really see stripes were a bad idea on the camera. Push down. Big toe, little toe, all the rest of the toes. Chest up. Fire up all those muscles. First get them on. Wolfie seems to be trapped in the curtain. Let me get her out. Come on, Wolfie. Are you in there? Come on. Come on. There she is. Crazy dog. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking your tummy. We're going to start from here. Keep lifting up tall. Keep that time under tension. Chest is up. Shoulder blades are down and back. You're going to balance over onto your right foot. We're creating time under tension through your core, so your foot's not doing the work. You're balancing from your core. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in that tummy. The left foot is cleanly off the ground. Smiles are up. Core is on, time under tension. And then foot back down again. We're going to lift up our right foot, balancing on our left foot. Notice if the balance is different. Abs are nice and tight. Suck in first, second, third chakra. Stabilization comes through your hips, not through your ankles or your shoulders. Suck in that tummy. Smiles are up. And go ahead, put this foot back down. We're gonna do what we call our little hoe down. Abs are nice and tight. Watch this. Watch Maria's face. Hoe down. She loves that word. Suck in that tummy. And we're gonna squat down, and then we're gonna come back up. Abs are nice and tight. Suck in that tummy. Quads are on. Calves are on. Shoulder blades are down and back. Keep sucking in that tummy. There's no point where your muscles turn off. We're just starting the process of activating the muscles.
As you come up, try to keep spreading the mat under your feet.
Can you guys hear Maria? We're just doing a sound check. Yep, good.
This mic always turns off on me.
Oh, I know. Okay, keep those muscles on. Okay, last one. Stay at the top, abs are engaged. We're gonna do a little butt clap run. We're gonna go super slow on this, but we want opposite hip, opposite shoulder motion. Suck in that tummy, and then suck it in even more. Try to get your belly button to your spine as you're doing this. This is not so much for getting cardiovascular today. We're getting it to get your core on, get your core temperature up, stabilization of your abs. Smiles are up. Keep breathing. Just a little longer. Suck in your tummy. We're looking for that X in our neighborhood kids. Keep breathing. Just a little longer. Make sure the work's not moving up into your shoulders and it's staying in your abdomen. And good. Now we start. You're gonna take your block, put it underneath your left foot, the ball of your foot. Your heel goes down, abs are nice and tight. Suck in your tummy, shoulder blades are down and back. Both feet are parallel, knees are over tops of feet. First chakra is fired up, second chakra is drawn in, third chakra is closing up. Suck in that tummy, keep breathing. Head is in between your feet, and you're just gonna pump your hips forward. We're opening up the gastrocnemius. As we've been talking about this last week, the gastrocnemius and the soleus are the second heart to the body. They pump the blood from your lower extremities back to your heart. But we can keep them contracted from overly sitting, but also, like I said, because the temperature is starting to change, it's a way of keeping ourselves warm, contracting our abs. So we have to be able to open it up, because if we don't, we start slouching through our shoulders. Okay, keep your hips forward. Hands are gonna go and stick them up. Your pinkies are gonna face backwards. Chest stays up nice and tall. This is where it's important to keep your abs engaged. You're gonna pump your arms backwards, not down and back, but straight back. This is opening up your pectoralis major. Keep your tummy sucked in. Smiles are up. And you can see how calf tension would affect your shoulder motion. It's unaffected. What number are we at? Like 72?
20.
Okay, rest it down. Abs are nice and tight. Suck in your tummy. Okay, pump those hips forward again. Suck in that tummy. We're just opening up that calf muscle because it can get really, really tight because it's really, really, really strong. Keep your abs engaged.
19 and 20.
Okay, we're gonna do our step forward, step back, hips back. Keep your feet parallel, step forward, hips forward, core on, step back, hips back. Your core stays on the whole time. There's no point where your core shuts off. Smiles are up. And there you go. Keep breathing. Still stretching out that calf muscle. So yesterday I was invited to a martial arts group. What number are we on?
9.
Oh, wait. Abs are engaged. Suck in your tummy. We're gonna bring our knee to our chest. This is functional stretch. So in this martial arts group, we did a lot of ballistic motion. Ballistic motion I haven't done in a long time. And it meant really keeping time under tension. But it means today I'm kind of sore and I have to stretch. Smiles are up.
9. 10.
Good. We're gonna switch sides. So there are certain things we just don't practice naturally. One is ballistic motion. We're also trying to keep everything as smooth and controlled and inside the envelope that we're used to using. Abs engaged, first, second, third chakras are on. Suck in that tummy. Hey, what's wrong with your finger?
It's good at pointing out things that stick out.
Pump your hips forward, suck in that tummy. And the other thing is stretching. We don't naturally stretch. We do occasional stretch like cats do or dogs do. We'll stretch and do one stretch, but a focused program of stretching is something that we don't necessarily do. Suck in that tummy. Jaws relaxed. What number?
17, 18, 19, and 20.
Okay, here we go. Step forward, step back, hips back. Step forward. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Okay, we're gonna put our arms up first.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna aim our pinkies backwards. Abs are nice and tight. What would I do with that, David? Suck in your tummy, suck it in even more, and then pump those arms back to find that relationship between that pectoralis major and your calf muscle. So when your calf gets tight, your pectoralis major will shorten in response. It'll turn off the back muscles. This is working on muscle, specifically the rhomboids behind you. So this is just opening up good posture.
20.
Good. Now we're gonna step forward, step back, hips back. Ooh. Keep your abs engaged, suck in that tummy, just see what things feel like. Keep breathing. Jaws relaxed. Don't let anything turn off. So time under tension means we're working muscles and not joints. So if you feel soreness in joints, it means you have to activate and recruit more muscles, and that's the tension. Okay, keep breathing, almost done.
15.
Okay, I knew that. We have 5 more to go, as I was saying.
17. 18. 19. 20.
Okay, pump your hips forward again. Keep your abs engaged. Just get used to lengthening your calf muscle, drawing your shoulder blades down and back, and sucking in your tummy. Keep breathing. Okay, here we go. You're going to bring a knee to your chest and back down. Knee to your chest, back down. Abs are nice and tight. This is ballistic stretch. Functional ballistic stretch. Because you have to function to keep your core on. What number?
10.
And good. Go ahead and come off the block. Just see what the ground feels like underneath your feet. Abs are engaged. Notice how when you feel, you want to turn off your abs. Don't turn off your abs to feel. Suck in your tummy and move your hips in nice circles. Remember when we were kids and we'd ask to see something and then our mean friend would go, "You see with your eyes, not with your hands." Well, you feel with your core, not by turning your belly off. Opposite direction. Smiles are up. Try not to move your head. This is where we keep the head still because we're stabilizing the core. Okay, good. The block will go back underneath the... Okay. 10. Block goes underneath, close enough. Goes underneath the ball of your left foot. Abs are nice and tight. This is really important you keep your abs off because we're going to move in a plane that doesn't require too much energy, so it's easy to shut off your abs. We're going to go side to side. This is why, over time, it's easier to waddle than it is to walk, because notice how easy it is to turn off your abs. So it's easy to go sideways than it is to go forward. So by going side to side with your core on, it will be another motion and it won't be something that you cheat energy from.
$18, $19, $20.
See, that wasn't too bad. Let's switch sides. Heel drops down, abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummy. Very, very important. Don't let that back overarch just because you feel tension in your foot. Now here we go, side to side. Keep that head motionless. Smiles are up. Suck in that tummy, don't let it hang out. Don't make Mario's index finger point at your belly. Stop it. Keep breathing. Okay, so we basically use the legs in what I call long position. We're gonna work it in short position in a second. So this is where legs are almost locked out. This is very energy saving. We're gonna spend a little. Okay, we're gonna switch back to the other side. We're gonna go into shortened position. So we're gonna bend both knees. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummy. Shoulder blades are down and back. Abs are engaged. And you're gonna start out by wiggling your butt. Now we're stretching out the soleus. It's a deeper calf muscle. Chest up, abs nice and tight, smiles up. You're shaking your booty, shaking your groove thing.
Try to keep your knees externally rotated.
With your feet parallel. Shake your groove thing, shake your groove thing, yeah. Okay. Staying in this position, we're gonna bring our knee to our chest. Keep this left leg bent. Suck in that tummy. Soft landing on the ground. Is that 10?
10.
Okay, switch sides. Okay, blocks underneath the ball of your right foot. We're gonna go into squat position. Make sure those knees are over the tops of your feet. Abs are engaged. And then we're gonna shake your groove thing again. Yeah. Sucking your tummy. Sucking your tummy even more. Keep breathing, abs are engaged.
19, 20.
Okay, here we go. Stay low, keep both knees bent. Bring your knee to your chest. Pull through your abs, make your abs work. Don't just throw that leg up, lift it up. Keep breathing.
9,
Slow, soft landing.
10.
Okay, good. We're gonna come back into standing. We're gonna notice how different stance feels and how it's easier to activate bending your knees, and you don't want to feel like you have to lock them out. Okay, you can push your block off to the side. We're gonna just work a squat. You can put your roller in front of you or off to the side. You're just gonna work a squat. You're gonna go down as deep as you can now. We're warming up the muscles. This is stretch, even though you're feeling the muscles. It's okay if your feet turn out a little on this one, but keep your heels down. Right, Annie? Abs are nice and tight. Contract your pelvic floor. We're gonna hold this for a little bit. And then we're gonna do little bounces. Bounce, 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 bounce. Get down, Annie. Abs are nice and tight. Core is on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands on your knees. Recovery position. Get your feet back parallel again. We're gonna do sit-ups. Suck in your tummy and then release. Suck in your tummy and then release. Keep going. Suck that tummy and release. What number is that?
8, 9, 10.
Okay, we're gonna come back up to standing. Abs are nice and tight. Suck in your tummy, relax your butt. Take your hands over the top of your head. If your blood pressure drops, just go back into recovery position. Go side to side. Keep sucking in your tummy. So I found out something interesting. Marines, the reason why their shirts look so nice and also look tucked in is that they should have suspenders that attach to their shirt all the way down to their socks. I never knew that. Okay, arms back down. Okay, 16.
17, 18, 19, and 20.
This is all Mario's fault because I was counting correctly. Okay, we're gonna put the block underneath our left knee. Okay, in this position, we're gonna activate our core, or abs, fire it up. That means first chakra, second chakra, third chakra are fired up. We're gonna keep that head over the top of the block as we go side to side. We're gonna open up the glute medius, but keep our abs engaged. When you go over to the, what is that, right? You're opening up the adductors. Couldn't remember for a second. Keep your abs engaged, keep your head over top of the block.
20.
Okay, and we're just gonna stretch forward now to get the rectus femoris, big long quad muscle, and you're gonna go hip side to side. Because one thing we try to do in order to save money is we try to keep the legs as straight as possible. We won't do deep stretch because it saves energy, but the downside of it is it creates excessive wear on one spot on your knees, and then your knees start wearing out. So to get full restoration of knees, we got to be able to bend them.
20.
Okay, you're gonna take your right hand, grab that left foot. Ooh. You're gonna pull your heel into your butt for that specific reason, getting deep flexion into the knee so it can do some restorative work on that knee. Abs are nice and tight, you're sucking in your tummy, and now hips go side to side once again. Sucking that tummy, smiles are up. Keep pushing forward though.
That be sucking.
Yeah. It was the shirt, not me.
20.
Okay, we're gonna go into a deeper stretch forward as we rotate to the right. You're sucking in your tummy. If it ever looks like my tummy's hanging out, it's because of the camera, not because it's hanging out. Suck in that tummy, pull that heel to your butt, really get a deep stretch. You're gonna see how powerful this is, and this is why this time of year, you're gonna notice that your knees get sore. It has to do with all about that temperature change. Barometric pressure change. And good, go ahead, release that leg. You're gonna curl your toes under. We're gonna go in the opposite direction. We're gonna stretch open our hamstring. You can pull that leg more towards midline as you reach forward. Keep your core on, time under tension. And now you're seeing why we don't like tension when we stretch, because we think it should relax us, when really we have to tighten things up more to get a deeper stretch. Keep breathing. Abs are nice and tight, you're sucking in that tummy. And good, you're gonna come back up. Make sure your left toes are curled under. We're gonna just go back into a thinker pose. Make sure all the toes are curled under. If you feel excessive pressure in your toes, all that means is you need to push your heel back. So push your heel back. If you feel that, suck in your tummy. Chest up. Now we're gonna do sit-ups. You're gonna take your left elbow to your right knee as you suck in your tummy, and then back up again. Suck in your tummy. Nice and slow, time under tension. Suck that tummy in. Wringing out those internal organs. And again, this should cause your core temperature to slightly spike. I can speak. Suck in your tummy. Good. Let's get to our smallest, tightest position as we now more do the opening scene to what is that movie? Terminator. Suck in your tummy. No tummies are hanging out right now. Okay, then we're gonna open back up again, and we're gonna arch in the opposite direction. Arch, arch, arch. Really lean those arms back. And good. We're gonna switch sides. Just notice how your at least knee feels less scared now that you've done that. Okay, abs are engaged, suck in your tummy, jaws are relaxed. We're gonna go side to side. Keep your core on. Your core is what keeps your head still. Your head should be right over the top of the block. According to Eastern medicine, we're hitting fall. We're in fall, and that's the time of lungs and large intestine. That's why your skin gets a little bit dry. It's a drying period. So what was very fluid in your tissues is now a little dry. That's pumping motion. 10, okay.
20.
20. We're gonna push forward. Abs are nice and tight. This pumping motion gets fluids moving again. Abs are nice and tight. We're stretching out rectus femoris now, along with, what is that? Your tensor fasciae lata and your adductors. Keep your abs engaged. Okay, take your left hand, grab a hold of your right foot, pull it in towards your butt, and just go side to side. Keep that tummy sucked in. If your foot's cramping, that means you're using your foot and your hamstring instead of stretching your quad. That or you put your foot in something weird and you have to shake it out. Abs are nice and tight, sucking that tummy. Okay, let's pull your heel to your butt as you lean forward a little deeper, twist to your left. Abs are nice and tight, suck in that tummy. Then suck it in even more. Jaws relaxed. And good. Go ahead, release that foot, curl your toes under as you take your straight left leg across midline slightly. And you're gonna lean forward for a stretch. You're gonna feel stretch in your hamstring and your calf, point your toe to your nose, tighten your abs to take the tension out of your hamstring and your calves. It will get easier. Suck in your tummy. And good. Curl your toes under. We're going to go back into our thinker pose. Once again, if you feel excessive pressure in your metatarsal heads, really push your heel back. Suck in your tummy. Just feel that stretch. You should feel it in your plantar fascia and in your Achilles tendon. Okay, here we go. We're going to take our, what is this?
Right
elbow to your left knee. And we're going to do our sit-up. Suck in your tummy. Don't let your belly hang out. If your belly's hanging out, you're not using your abs. Smiles are up. So funny, I remember back as a kid, if you danced like this, it was such an angry dance move.
10.
Okay, 10. Okay, I forgot what we did next. Oh, yes, we went down. Stretch down. We're going to go into our Terminator pose, the opening scene. This is where Arnold Schwarzenegger is naked. Anyone? Remember? No? Just me? Keep breathing, suck in your tummy. Oh my. Guy's learning how to drive with a clutch car. Keep breathing. The trick to the holiday season is to move. We're going to come all the way up. You're going to take everything in it to extension now. It's to move to an extreme. Extreme flexion, extreme extension. And then your body stops the process of trying to conserve. Like I said, 1,000 years ago, you would have wanted to conserve. But now we don't need to conserve as much. And in fact, it becomes detrimental to our health. Keep sucking in that tummy. Smiles are up. Okay, good. We're gonna come into kneeling on the floor. We're continuing to warm up the lower extremities. Abs are nice and tight. Like we've been doing all week, we're gonna just massage out the quads and the knees. If you're doing everything correctly, your quads, we've been activating the quad muscles or the larger muscles and not the joints. So you should feel like your legs are warm, and as you come down to your knees, they should be cooler because you haven't done excessive motion in the knees because we're doing the work in the muscles, not the joints. So here's the time where you do warm up your knees. You take your hands and actually warm up your knees. Suck in that tummy, your toes are pointed. And then this is where we'll start. We're gonna take the blocks and we're gonna put them back behind us. If you have arms long enough, I just have short arms for my length of my torso. I have to use the blocks. You're gonna lean back and you're gonna pop a wheelie and stretch out the anterior portion of your foot. Suck in that tummy. Shoulder blades are down and back. We are stretching. Stretching, lift those knees up any higher. Abs are nice and tight, suck in your tummy. Ooh, look at that, we're stretching. 5 more seconds. The only one that gets mercy is Mario because she doesn't have a toenail. David's been praying for her toe, that's why it's been healing so fast. Abs are nice and tight, suck in your tummy. And then drop your knees back down. We're gonna curl your toes under now. As always, if you feel that excessive pressure, push your heels back. Chest is up, and then we're gonna come up. You're gonna take those same blocks, you're gonna put them back behind you because we're gonna lean back once again. Suck in your tummy. Your toes are curled under. This is stretching out that plantar fascia. Hey, look at that, it can even stretch out your throat. That's your platysma muscle. Shouldn't have said that, now I have to find a graphic for that. Just a little longer. Alrighty then, come off of your toes. We're gonna get our ball. Since we know that our knees can bend, we are gonna do a tiny bit of pelvic floor work. Have a seat on top of the ball. The ball's midway between your pubic bone and your tailbone. Oh. Abs are nice and tight. First chakra's on. Your first chakra is against the ball. Second chakra, we're gonna suck in our tummy. Third chakra, we're closing up our rib cage. Then we're gonna get our head over the top of the ball. We start by squeezing the ball with your pelvic floor and releasing. Squeeze, release, squeeze, release. We're going to add to the equation your abdominal muscles, the transverse abdominis, rectus abdominis, and your obliques. Squeeze and release, squeeze and release. Your goal is to make that ball into a nice cone shape. Chest up, shoulder blades down and back, heads over the top of the ball. Smiles are up. We're going to work the first quadrant. This is the right anterior quadrant. I want you to try to tighten up that specific quadrant of the 4 quadrants of the pelvic floor. I want you to tighten it up. That'll get your right obliques. Suck it in, as well as your pelvic floor. Okay, now we're going to get our left anterior pelvic floor. Tighten your abs. Just squeeze it tight. Squeeze that pelvic floor. Chest up, heads over the top of the ball. I know it's not much, but it's also a lot. Every fundamental motion is from here. Balance is from here. More importantly, not falling over is from here. Okay, we're gonna get right posterior. Tighten up that right posterior pelvic floor without clenching our butts. Yes, keep your butt relaxed. That's what Mario reminds us of. Don't clench your butt. Looks like you're under stress. It's gonna get that posterior obliques as well as your pelvic floor. Now we're gonna get left posterior pelvic floor. Abs are nice and tight. Suck in that tummy. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze that ball. Abs are nice and tight. I know it doesn't feel like much, but this is so integrally important.
10.
Okay, good. Now, keep your abs engaged. We're gonna now rotate our head off midline. You're gonna have to use all your pelvic floor quadrants as you go into the different positions. You can keep your hands on your thighs as long as you keep your abs engaged. Smiles are up. Keep your abs engaged. Notice how your abs want to shut off during this. It's like,
Opposite direction.
yep. You're gonna notice there's that one place where your ab goes, I can do it without being on. We want to keep it on the whole time. Suck in that tummy. Keep breathing. Keep your butt relaxed. Keep your pelvic floor on. Is it now?
Last one.
Okay.
10.
Okay. Then you're just going to bring your feet forward. Sit up time. Your pelvic floor is on, your chest is up, your head's over the top of the ball. We're going to suck in our abs, release. Suck it in, release. Suck it in, release. We're going to do something next week. We're going to do a lot of ab flipping. You'll see what that is next week. And it was really weird. We did it once in California and everyone's bellies got really flat. So we're going to do it as a group. Okay? Oh.
18, 19.
I was saying K was 18. Is what I was saying. Okay, here we go. Arms come to our sides. Suck in that tummy. And we're going to go for a walk. Walk, 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 walk. Chest up, eyes up, heart up. This is how you have to walk if you walked in a small crawl space. Chest up. Okay, hands and stick them up. Make sure that ball's midway between your pubic bone and tailbone. Abs are on. You're gonna bounce. Suck in your tummy. And Maria's gonna make it more fun. Like we all say, if you ever get depressed, just go to this one section of the video and then speed it up. Suck in that tummy, keep your abs engaged, and then you can take your head off midline safely. Okay, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. We're gonna do a forward fold stretch. You're gonna straighten both legs, and you're just gonna lean over.
Really, really squeeze those abs to bring your upper body closer to your legs.
This is a sit-up.
Keep lifting the arches of your feet. Lift up your inner thighs. Connect to the pelvic floor. Suck your belly button to your spine. Relax your neck and shoulders.
And breathe. Okay, put your hands on your knees and bend your knees. Chest up, head up, abs nice and tight. We're going to contract the pelvic floor as well as the abs as you suck in your tummy and release. Suck it in, release. Jaws relaxed. Change the shape of your abdomen. Keep breathing. How many more?
14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20.
Okay, we're going to come directly to the ground. You're going to grab your ball. And that ball's going to go underneath your left butt cheek. Oh. Just straighten that out a little bit. Cross your left ankle over your right knee. We're gonna roll out your left butt cheek. So what's so important is that you keep your abs on. First, second, third chakras stay on. Suck in your tummy. Don't let it hang out. Nothing's worse than flexing your hips and having your belly like go hello. Suck it in. You're opening up your glute max piriformis complex. This takes care of a lot of stuff, especially something called sciatica or piriformis induced sciatica. Just keep rolling it out. If you want, you can reach out with your right hand, grab your ankle, pull it in deeper, reach across with that right hand, pull your knee to your chest, and continue to roll. Keep your core on, or you're gonna flip off this ball. Because you're accessing a lot of tension from your butt, and if you don't contra-stabilize, you're gonna fly off the ball. Go in the opposite direction. Back in California, when I had classes of like 16 to 20, it would never fail. Someone would turn off their abs and they go flipping off the ball. Okay. Abs are nice and tight. We are gonna switch sides. The ball goes underneath your right butt cheek as you cross your right ankle over your left knee. Start out, just roll it, get used to it first. Notice if one side's tighter than the other. Suck in your tummy, don't let your abs shut off. And now if you want to intensify it, you can take your left hand, grab your right ankle, pull it in, ankle in, then reach across with your left hand, pull your right knee in. Abs are nice and tight, you're sucking in your tummy. Hold on to that core or you'll go flipping off the ball. Jaws relaxed, smiles are up. Okay. We're gonna come to the ground for a second. You're gonna put your left leg or right leg down. And then you're gonna stack your left leg on top of it. If you have short arms like I do, you can use your blocks or you can put your hands on the ground. We're gonna lift ourselves up. Do you need your blocks? Is it just me?
Probably.
Try to get both knees down. We're opening up the glute medius muscle. Out here. Toes are up. Abs are nice and tight. Suck in that tummy. You can do it, David! Chest up. Tighten your abs. Really, the trick is to tighten your abs. Even though you feel like your hips are going to explode, your abs will protect you. Five more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. You can take your legs out in front of you, just jog them out. Jog, 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 jog. Jog, 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 jog. Okay, then we're gonna switch sides. Your left leg goes down, your right leg goes on top of it. Same thing, chest up. Glute medius, glute minimus, responsible for you to stand up. More importantly, it's responsible for you walking without a limp. Go, David! If one side gets tight and the other side doesn't, or if one gets super overused, you're gonna start doing what we call an unintentional limp. You'll start limping unintentionally even though you don't have an injury. With time, it will become an injury. This is why we have to stretch this muscle group out. You will see this manages a lot of knee pain as well because this is affecting the tensor fasciae or iliotibial band on the side of the leg. Suck in your tummies, chest up. Jaws relaxed. Head up. Okay, go ahead and take those legs out in front of you once again and jog them out. Jog, 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 jog. So we're seeing how much we don't like deep flexion. Even though we spent 9 months in the womb where we were in deep flexion, we kind of forgotten how to do that. And that's why it's important to come back. We're gonna stretch and straighten out our mouths a little bit here. You're gonna take your lacrosse ball and you're gonna put it underneath your left butt cheek to do what we just did with the big ball, now with the little ball. This is far more intense because it's a little ball, but as we always say, the pain that you feel is not because of the ball, it's how you clench your butt all day long. Suck in that tummy. Jaws relaxed. Whoo, that is sore. Get it out of there. It's from all day puckering your butt cheeks. Oh. Okay, as you feel ready, we're gonna switch sides. This is a good one to do at the end of the day, especially at a day where you're tail tucking all day long. Think of the body language you're undoing of undoing a tail tuck, especially around family. Suck in that tummy. Jaws are relaxed. Okay, you're gonna take those legs out in front of us again, balls out from underneath your butt. You're gonna jog your legs out once again. Notice what your forward fold's starting to feel like. We're gonna hit up the calf muscles since we're in this position anyway. You're just putting the ball underneath your calf, your left one. You're gonna roll it around. Find any sore spot you can. You can move your hip around. If you want and make it really intense, you can put your foot down and you can roll your calf muscle. Any of these things work. You can get the lateral head, you can get the medial head. Jaws relaxed. Toes to your nose. Don't avoid the sore spot. Find the sore spot, tighten your abs, see if you can get rid of it. Grind in there deeper. Switch sides whenever you feel ready. Notice if one side's tighter than the other, that means you're using one side more than the other. Ooh. Suck in that tummy. Jaws relaxed. See what it's like to lean into it as well as away from it? And now you're going to take the ball, you're going to bend your, left knee, and then you're going to roll out the side. This is called the peroneus longus or fibularis longus on the side of your leg. You're going to get this side. In Eastern medicine, this is gallbladder channel. But it's also helping you get into positions you typically wouldn't get into during the day. Try to lean into it instead of away from it. Smiles are up. Oh, notice if it's more tender closer to the knee or closer to the ankle, which would explain knee pain or ankle pain. Most of the time it's referred. Suck in your tummies. Yeah, stripes were a bad idea. Just Let's Maria see my tummy. Let's me see my tummy. This shirt's gonna get lit on fire today. We're gonna switch sides. You're gonna put the ball underneath your bent right knee on the lateral side of your leg, and that fibularis muscle or peroneus muscle, whatever you want to call it, gallbladder channel. Suck in that tummy. Jaws relaxed. Keep that jaw ever so relaxed. Feel what it feels like to lean into this? Ooh. See what it's like closer to the knee or closer to the ankle? Okay, good. Come back to center. Jog out your legs. Jog, 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 jog. See what it's like to touch your toes once again. It should be getting easier. We're going to counter stretch all the flexion we've done. You're going to take your ball and you're going to put it behind the small of your back once you remove the microphone. Check to see if your mic's on.
Yep.
All right. Okay, what's important is your toes point towards the ceiling. We want our feet parallel. You're gonna arch over the top of the ball. You're gonna rock from side to side. If you feel excessive back pressure, once again, we're not working joints, we're working muscles. Tighten your abs, then tighten them even more if you feel it in there still. You're gonna tighten your abs until all the pressure goes away in your spine. Keep your abs engaged. Toes are up. Smiles are up. Okay, bend your knees, lift up your booty, move the ball down underneath your sacrum. That's the triangle of your butt. You're gonna straighten your, right leg, keep your left knee bent. You're gonna roll over onto your hip, so the ball goes underneath your hip as your left knee comes over the top, and we're gonna go into spinal rotation. You're gonna try to breathe. This is an asymmetrical load on your lungs and your intestines. This is a great time to breathe. Remembering how to breathe is really important. For those about a week ago, if you felt really restricted breathing, a lot of times after the rains, there's mold, and mold makes it hard to breathe. What was it from My Secret Garden? The spores! The spores! Anyone? No? Again, nobody remembers this? Great scene in the movie. Shut up, you spoiled little brat! The spores! Suck in your tummy? Anyone? No? Still no? Okay. Suck in that tummy. Hold it just a little bit longer. Try to get that twist through your intestines and not just your spine or your hip or your knee or your shoulders. We're trying to work the core. The organs are part of the core. Okay, we're gonna switch sides now. You're gonna roll back through center. You're gonna straighten your left leg. You're gonna put that ball underneath your left butt cheek as you now take your right knee over to the left. Suck in that tummy, inhale and exhale. Yeah, if you haven't noticed the mold that's in the air because of all the rain here in Hawaii, notice if your feet look a little more dried and cracked. That's because of the mold accumulation on your flooring getting onto your feet. Keep breathing. I saw this thing on Instagram, I don't know how real it is. For that cracking and drying of your heels, you can use banana peels and rub them on the bottoms of your feet. Sounds like something slippery and dangerous. All physical comedy begins with the banana on the ground. Abs nice and tight. Straighten both legs as you come out of this. We're going to go into the arch extension. Your toes are pointed up again. Abs are nice and tight. Okay, come off the ball. You're going to take your little lacrosse ball and you're going to put it underneath your left shoulder blade. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Once the ball's underneath your shoulder blade, you're going to move your shoulder around, you're going to roll on top of it. Remember, the shoulder blade only has, it's a triangle basically, so it only has a lateral side, a medial side, and a superior side. So roll along all the borders as well. You'll get the different muscles of the shoulder, as well as the main muscle, the infraspinatus. If you feel crunching and grinding, it means you need to tighten up more muscles so that your whole body is taking this work and not just your shoulder. Keep your abs engaged, pecs engaged, lats, rhomboids, all firing out. If you want to lift your head up like Maria's doing, it puts more intensity into this motion. Or if you're wimpy like me, you can put your head down. Oh, abs are nice and tight. It's not wimpy, you got a ball in your back. But just like before, the pain that you're feeling in your shoulder because the ball's there has nothing to do with the ball, but how you accidentally use your shoulder improperly, otherwise there's no pain. Okay. Make sure your jaw stays relaxed, your first, second, third chakras stay on. So yesterday we were working with the dancer and we showed her how turnout is not how far your feet turn out, but how you can activate into your glute max properly. And that's what most people do accidentally, is they use their glute max to activate their butt so they can turn off their abs. What we want you to do is activate your abs and keep them activated, and then your butt becomes a mover, as well as your shoulders. Okay, switch sides. So the goal here is to reduce pain, even though you're going to probably feel an intensity of work. You can roll around on top of this ball. You can move your arm around. Either way, it's doing good things. You're trying to find the sore spots and get rid of them. Pull it back to your center as it's time under tension. The sore spot is tension not connected to your center. Keep those abs engaged. Notice where your muscles don't feel safe and get a deeper connection to your core. You can lift your head up to make it more intense, like Maria's doing, or you can keep your head down like me. You can get the lateral border, the medial border, or a superior border. Get the sore spots out. This is taking a whole lot of tension out of your neck. Because the shoulder is more part of the neck than it is the torso. No clicking, no grinding, no popping. Connect it back into your core. Okay, finally. Grab your roller. We're gonna go on your roller. Butt is at one end, head is at the other end. I do want you to move up the roller a tiny little bit so your head is slightly falling off, not completely falling off the end, so your head's more in neutral. Your feet are parallel, your knees are bent, knees are over tops of feet. Normally we have you put your EOP, your external occipital protuberance, the bump on the back of your head on the roller. Now it's going to be slightly off the roller. Draw your shoulder blades down and back, activate first chakra of your pelvic floor. Give it a nice squeeze and hold it. Fire up third chakra, close up your rib cage, and then use second chakra to try to flatten out your spine. You can take your arms out to the side to give yourself a nice little pec stretch. Oh. Suck in that tummy. And now breathe. Keep your abs engaged. Inhale in. Exhale out. Breathe in. Breathe out. You can move your head side to side. This will start opening up cervical motion. Because cervical motion should be independent of your body, because your cervical spine is the last place you have to compensate. It should not be the first place you compensate. As one side's tighter than the other, just get it to relax while you're breathing. While you're here, try a few yeses as well as no. Say yes. And now you can say yeses and nos. You can be really confusing. Just make sure you're breathing. Stay on top of your roller. I'm gonna come up a little bit. Just process you through the last part. Just notice what your breathing is like, what you've been through. Notice what your week was like. And just be grateful you made it. Notice what your breathing's like. Oh my goodness, on a really super relaxing day, you're probably around 14,000 breaths a day. If any manner of stress is involved in that day, you're up at 40,000, 50,000 breaths a day. So say thank you to your breathing. Your heart, oh my goodness, it beats at resting 60. So you can imagine what that's doing all day long. Say thank you to your heart. Imagine if you had to do everything. You think cleaning your house is bad all the time, doing all the things you do. Imagine what your kidneys are doing, your liver's doing, and your intestines. They're constantly cleaning. There's never a break. There's never a moment it's not doing that. It's even managing how you have bad behaviors around eating. So say thank you to those organs. Then you have all the ones that process your food, like your pancreas, your gallbladder, and your stomach. That includes your jaw. Your jaw has to chew it. Your tongue has to taste it. Thank you to all those parts of your body. And as you're breathing, your lungs, your sinuses. Say thank you to those parts of your body. Along with all that you have to hear and listen and understand. Thank you to your ears and your brain. Your eyes that have to see and process. Try to understand. You can have gratitude for that, as well as that connection to your brain. And then everything we worked on, the pelvic floor, your hips, your legs, your core. All it takes is one experience where you poop in your pants and you thank God that you have a great strong core. So obviously, your experience in this lifetime, this physical lifetime, is a gift. So no matter what craziness is going on around you, find something to be grateful about. The smell of the air, the sounds of the birds, the tastes of different foods, the vision of people you love, or even miracles. The feeling of the warmth or coolness, the balance of your body, the health of your whole system. It's a gift. And we get such in a bad habit of only complaining that we forget to say thank you. So on behalf of Maria and me, thank you for being here. Thank you for being open and willing to try all these crazy things. Thank you for being present. And namaste.
Namaste.